Hello and welcome to Stockwatch, presented by me, Evan Lucas for Go Market Securities. As always, please have a very good read through of the disclaimer on screen. Everything in this video is general in nature, none of which relied upon as any form of advice at all. Go Market Securities does not know your personal scenario, nor your personal financial goals, and therefore none of which relied upon as any form of advice at all. It is just general in nature only. The takeover of Origin by Brookfield, I think, is one of the more interesting spaces out there because energy now is getting crowded, and I think that needs to be pointed out very clearly. It will get done. The deal will happen. The fact that Brookfield have said they're going to put $20 billion into the decarbonisation and renewable energy space through their Origin takeover will mean the federal government will tick off on it. And although the ACCC will have issues because they do own AusNet, they should no longer have a problem around competition either, because they are putting that money into that space the government wants it to, it'll get done. But why it's interesting is it means now that there really isn't any room to move left. We've already seen AGL have its issues at the board level and what's going on around the decoupling of its upfield and downfields project. AGL is an absolute shadow of its former self. Origin now gone means that realistically you can only look at utilities, and even APA Group is out of that space as well. But you've got Santos and Woodside, and then you've got everything else. And it's clear that that space is quite congested for a reason, because gas, although it is going to be a transition area, is probably now facing much more headwind regulatory and also from an environmental perspective than it ever has before. And the changes to regulations and what's going to happen with the deal that's been agreed with the Greens makes that space even tighter. So you can already see that with regards to Santos' Barossa project that is now under real threat. So what does this mean? Well, from my perspective, it's more consolidation. That is what's going to come out of here. It's more and more direct investment into distressed assets, assets that can be split up. And there are a lot of players out there that can still do that. But in the main, what I'm watching for now in the energy space is the big players to continue to just dominate that area and continue to make sure that they can get through this next period in a position where they actually end up being almost a monopoly play. And for that reason, they'll do quite well. It's the small caps that I'm worried about. And that's where the M&A consolidation will continue and where the opportunity may be.